Do you know why I started guitar?
Why?
I'm about to call out my mum here, because it wasn't actually my decision to start guitar, or
Really?
I didn't have like a real I don't think I had interest in it. But my mum was like, "I'm signing you up to guitar lessons." I'm like, "Okay, why?" And she's like, "You'll get girls."
Did she really?
Yeah. She was like,
Your mom got the riz, bro.
She was like, girls like. She was like, girls like it when guys play guitar. I'm signing up for.
That is
I'm
true.
signing up for guitar.
That is true. That is true.
I thought it was going to be like a status symbol thing, because often it's seen as a status symbol to make your kid is talented in an instrument, right? It's like, play the thing, boy.
Play the thing.
Come on now, play the piano. Entertain my guests.
I think it's more like a piano or like a violin or like
It's
a
like
classical
classy,
instrument. And
yeah.
my mom just like tried to riz me up. She was like, this will be useful in life one day. And then I just started playing guitar, and I think I was like, as a kid, I was the type of kid that just did things because people told me to do it. I didn't really.
He's a sheep.
And I just continued doing guitar lessons, and then like accidentally started a band just because I kept doing guitar lessons. So
basically, the whole reason why 9.5 pounds exists is because of your mom.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Pretty much.
Let's go.
Yeah.
I never did any instruments. I actually did try to learn drums, but I just realized I just didn't understand rhythm. Like he was trying to teach me it, and I was like, it just doesn't make sense to me.
What do you mean?
It's just like he would try and teach me like basic shit, and I'm like, I just don't get it. Like I would be able to replicate it, but it would be because I like had to translate it in my head into like ones and twos, or like hitting numbers.
Yeah.
Like I had a sense of
Like a counting system, yeah.
like a robot essentially. Like I can't recognize the rhythm as like a thing. I can't listen to it. I can't replicate it.
Right.
So I gave up on that pretty quickly. And then I just did sports, a lot of sports, but I only really liked the sports where it was like, I hated team sports because I hated having to be in a team.
So you go into League of Legends.
Yeah, exactly. I hated having to rely on other people, which sounds so fucking anime MC. I don't need other people. But I genuinely like hated sports where I had to I was part of a team because I wasn't very good at
No, I'm
communicating.
totally the same. That's why I started tennis.
Yeah, well, so I didn't like
That's
tennis.
a 1v1, bro.
Yeah. I didn't like tennis, but then I got into squash, known as racquetball. Have you ever spoke about this?
No, you've never talked
Got
about
into
this.
squash, as it's called in the UK. It's called racquetball in the US.
Or as I like to call it, privileged tennis.
It is normally it's what's weird is I guess like when I left the UK, I realized how bizarre this is. Like almost every sports center in Wales, at least, I'm not sure about England, they would have a squash court.
Really?
Every single sports center, they'd have a tennis court. They'd have
Is it big in Wales?
It's pretty big in the UK.
I guess it must be.
Yeah, it's pretty big, and they'd have like the giant concrete walls with the glass front. So and like a lot of people played it, but then I realized when watching American like TV that it was only played by like super rich businessmen when they wanted to like talk.
Yeah,
and it was like, oh, I used to play that in school a lot.
It was golf or squash.
Yeah. And so I played that. I played. I was on. I guess by default, I played for Wales for a little bit because there wasn't many of us. I was like number 19 or something in Wales. No, it's terrible. Wasn't very
out
good.
of 19 players.
Yeah, out of like 20. I think I was like into like the rankings at least. It was fun. I liked that, and because I liked the fact that I could just sprint and hit a ball really hard.
Yeah,
because tennis was so much about like technique and being elegant.
I guess.
But then I started playing badminton.
Yeah.
Which is like, I guess, even more so that.
Yeah. Badminton's like more finessey than tennis.
Yeah. And my brother did it as well. And it was kind of interesting because we were like the opposites. I was always looking to like smash it as hard as I could. Like an ogre. Like I was very fat, like, because I was very good at sprinting. So I was very good at sprinting and smacking it really hard. Whereas my brother was really good at technique and being like smart
Dream
about
team.
it. Well, we never played together because he was in an older bracket. But yeah, so I was just a Neanderthal. I was like, hit it. Everything I wanted to do, I wanted to just rely on like raw ability. I never wanted to study. I never cared about learning to get better. I was like, I just want to be good at something. And like just do it.
Yeah.
Over and over again.
It's always weird to like talk to people and just see how many like weird hobbies and phases they went through as a kid. Because like, I remember when I was in like middle school or high school or something, I was like on my like team's basketball team We got to
What?
like the like
we didn't even have a basketball team.
I did a bit of basketball.
You did
as
a bit of
well when I
basketball
was in
as well?
school.
We didn't even have basketball.
I mean, the only reason I joined was because we had PE, and the coach was like, "You should join
You're
the
tall.
basketball team." And I'm like, "Why?" And she's like, "You're tall." And I'm like, "Okay."
No, I only joined because I read Slam Dunk and I was like, I want to fucking play this game.
Of course, it was Joey.
I was the shortest dude in my team. And I'm just like, no, don't worry. I can be like Mitsu. I can be a short, sprinty, fast guy in the team and I'll be good. I did that for like a few months and then I was just like, this is too hard.
Yeah, were you any good at it?
I was decent at it, but I think it's because I'd grown up doing a lot of like ball sports, like soccer and like tennis and like just a whole variety of them. And like I did a bit of like baseball and cricket and stuff like that as well, but nothing too seriously. I think I was just used
baseball?
to. I did a bit of baseball.
What the fuck?
Yeah, when I'd come to Japan, like I would have like some friends who would like play a bit of baseball.
I've never played baseball. I think sometimes
Baseball's fun as fuck.
When I explain to Americans, like, no. We do not know anything about baseball. We don't we don't know it. We don't have it.
No, dude, baseball would be the perfect sport for you because
Why?
if you're a batter, you just have to think to yourself, I need to hit this ball as hard as I fucking can.
Yeah.
And as a fielder, you just have to think, I need to grab the ball and throw it back as hard as I fucking can. There's like little bits of finesse in it, but it's not like squash or like tennis where you have to like think about your moves
I
or
think
anything
there's
like
more. There's
that.
got to be more technique to it.
There is technique, but not as much as like squash.
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
I'm not qualified to say
I don't know
this
if
shit.
this is going to get my passport revoked. I think like baseball is funner than cricket to play, at least. Because I had like one baseball. We in PE.
I have no
mostly-
strong feelings about cricket, by the way.
Huh?
So I have no strong feelings about cricket,
okay,
so I don't
good,
care.
good.
I do.
Because so we had like in PE in high school and everything. We had like
Indian
cricket.
viewership drops to 0.
Hello, fellow Americans. But yeah, we had like one baseball lesson in our PE class because I guess there was like one of our gym teachers was just like really, really fucking into baseball, and I'm like, I despised every cricket lesson I ever had. I was just like, maybe I just hate the act of hitting a ball that's thrown at me on a stick. And then I've realized that when I played baseball, for some reason, it was just so much more satisfying when you just get the strike in, like way more than it was for cricket for me. I don't know why. Something about the way baseball
I think
was
it's
just
because
way
like
more satisfying.
swinging a bat like this,
Yeah.
I think it's just more natural than swinging a bat like this.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
like holding something like this when
Also,
something is
cricket,
coming.
you got to
towards
wear
you.
all that stuff as well.
Yeah.
Because otherwise you're going to have severe injuries.
Well, I
'cause
mean,
the
in
balls are hurt.
baseball, if the pitcher is shit, you're gonna get, you're gonna
gonna
get a
black eye.
fast ball thrown
Yeah,
at you,
yeah.
right? It's still dangerous.
Yeah, both. I think the ball for cricket is obviously like a little bit harder. I
Oh,
think.
that thing is a rock.
Oh, yeah,
it's-
cricket's fucked.
Yeah.
I hated that ball.
The amount of times that ball has just like smacked right into my shin and left the biggest bruise on me while playing cricket. Oh my god.
Yeah.
That shit's painful.
Yeah. So yeah, I don't know. I've always found baseball more fun, but there was so many sports that I wanted to get into when I was younger, but I just also didn't have
Like what?
I really enjoyed hockey. Hockey?
Ice
Did
hockey
you-
or normal hockey?
Just normal hockey. Ice hockey in
Grass
England.
Because in America, if you say hockey, it means ice hockey.
No, yeah, just field hockey, I guess.
Okay.
They called it. Yeah, I've really, really fucking enjoyed hockey. But in England, at least, that was more seen as like, that's like what the girls do. You know, it's like the girls did hockey and netball, and the guys played like basketball and football.
Yeah.
And I was like, shit, but I actually really fucking enjoy hockey.
wanna join the girls.
But we didn't have a team in our school, but I really wanted to play it more. I really enjoyed that.
Was there a sport you always wanted to do but never got the chance to? Just give it a go. Even if it's like just for like one time, just to see if you'll like even like it or just interested in trying it.
There's sports where I'm like, how the fuck did you get? How do you even get into that? Like
what?
the one where what's the like how do you if the one where they ski and shoot things? Like I'm like, how the fuck do you even get into that?
What?
You know in the Winter Olympics when they do like the really long distance like ski walking.
Yeah,
It's like
yeah.
skiing, but they're
Yeah.
like going uphill a lot of the
Yeah,
time,
yeah,
and then
yeah.
they stop and pull a gun out and start shooting targets.
I've never seen that.
You've seen this.
I've never
You know what
seen
I'm talking
that.
about, Kai? What's it called again?
I thought you were talking about curling.
Not curling.
I want to try curling.
But like curling,
Yeah.
how the fuck do you get into
I
curling?
want to try curling.
Like,
I don't know.
Like there's certain sports where I feel like I crush at, and I'm
Yeah.
like, dude, I feel like as a kid, if you let me do the what's it called, clay pigeon shooting,
Yeah.
I feel like I'd pop off. Because I've got the dog in me. I feel like I would, but I'm like, oh, that's only for people from very wealthy backgrounds who had
royals
close to a connection to some kind of, and you say like, oh, a lot of these sports are kind of interesting. You just never get to try because you either don't live in a place where it's done, or you just don't have the financial means to do it. Like another one like that is like skiing or something.
Yeah.
Like, that's something that just requires being a bit more wealthy to do.
Yeah.
Did you find it, Kai?
Military patrol.
No.
Military patrol.
Yeah, I was gonna say what Connor described sounded like a Call of Duty mission.
Yeah.
That was in
It's
Modern
literally
Warfare
not.
too, right?
It's, no.
Take down the helicopter.
It's not like a machine gun. It's like a rifle.
Pretty sure that's a scene from James Bond, right? You know,
It's like a Mission Impossible like fucking scene.
and then he skis off into the helicopter. And
Tom Cruise slaloming down and then shooting a fucking RPG at a helicopter.
The biathlon. Biathlon is a winter sport that combines cross-country skiing and rifle shooting. It is treated as a race with contestants skiing through a cross-country trail whose distance is divided into shooting rounds. So like how well you do on the shooting gives you like time penalties or thing. It's really cool. But is it like one of those sports where I'm like, how the fuck do you even get into this? Because you're cross-country skiing, but a lot of it is like the skiing where you're like kind of having to do the like running with the skis on. It's pretty fucking hard work. And then on top of that, you got to whip out a rifle and fucking shoot it. It's ridiculous. I'm like, who came up with this?
Bro, that's badass, man.
That is badass.
It is, dude. I mean, that's like average. I guess if you're just from Finland, that's just your childhood. But for like other countries, I'm like, who the fuck from like Morocco learned to do this? How do they learn to represent this? Like, how did this happen?
It's like that's just like Cool Runnings, you know?
Yeah.
That's just the plot of Cool Runnings.
Well, yeah, I guess it's like that. It's like you're like, how the fuck was I ever supposed to get into the sport that looks cool? Like, I'd love to try and do bobsledding. How the fuck do I get into that?
Yeah.
Who do I go to? Am I too old? Can I try now? Like, what do I do?
One hobby that I kind of like am interested in getting back into, because this is just like, I think everyone has like one wild card hobby. That'd be a great hobby to have. Sorry, my heroin hobby. No, I remember I went through a brief period where I did like ballroom and Latin America dancing.
Oh, nice.
And I was actually really
That would get-
fucking fun.
That would riz people up.
That would riz people up.
Your
Dude,
mom sent you the wrong thing.
bro, male dancers get so much.
Holy shit. they
So
do.
much.
Yeah, I mean, I did it because a mate kind of like dragged me to do it.
Yeah.
This is like in university phase. He dragged me to do it because he wanted to meet girls, so he dragged me to ballroom in Latin America because he needed the guy to go with him, and I ended up just really fucking enjoying it and just doing it for 2 years because it's actually really fun.
Now, do you know what's a male an activity that you do as a male that gets you the ultimate riz?
What?
Fucking ballet. That shit gets you ultimate riz every time. Like
Sounds like a budget, like alpha conversation.
yeah, it is.
Which sport will get you the most
Alpha.
pussy?
Welcome to the Diet Alpha podcast.
Hello,
Today I'm going to convince you why doing ballet will get you ultimate riz.
Hello, it is I, Andrew Cake. We're gonna talk about the ultimate alpha, ballet. Yes.
Ballet's where it's at.
Yeah, I mean, I think now I want to get back into it because I think it'd just be a really fun thing to do with
Also
Sydney
romantic, yeah,
and
very
romantic.
romantic.
Plus, there is like I will swear to God, there is nothing that makes you feel like more powerful as a man than just dancing the tango with a girl, man.
I'm jealous, man, because I have like absolute zero coordination when it comes to dancing. I cannot.
I have as well. To be fair, to say this, I sucked at it. I was that one guy that just sucked at it because I suck at dancing, but it just was so fun. And that one time you get the steps on, and it's like, you know, dancing like something like salsa or tango, where you kind of like you have to like lead the girl, so like they have to like follow your lead, and there's just something so fucking powerful about that feeling of just being like, okay, for this one song, you have to follow everything I say and everything I do.
Not only that, but that comes in clutch at the retirement home as well, dog. Like, if you're that one old dude that can like
Break their
fucking
hips.
Yeah.
break their hips
Mortal
doing the
Kombat.
salsa, bro, all the grannies would just be like, that man still got the riz after all these years.
Yeah, it is weird to like a lot of girls I know actually did ballet when they were younger. Then it's funny you bring up ballet because Sydney did that. I don't know, like maybe it's a fucking Midwestern country girl thing, but every Every girl I
it's
knew.
what piano is to Asian parents. It's
Ah,
ballet.
Yeah, it's ballet to white parents.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm not sure. I'm just speculating.
That's such a good analogy. Ballet is just piano for white parents, man.
Why? Because it's like a hobby that 99% of kids will drop and the 1% will keep doing.
Yeah.
what
And
I
the
mean?
1% that holds on to it become like savants.